And boys, we're back here with another Madden video. Today, what I got for y'all is going over my 10 must-have cards. Now, today, we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different because, obviously, as you can see right here, it's very easy to be like, oh, you need 95 Vic Beasley. You need 95 Ryan Clark with the 1 AP pick artist. Today, though, we are not talking about Team Diamonds. These are going to be 10 cards excluding Team Diamonds because I don't have Team Diamonds on my team. I'm not paying 5 mil for a card. I don't think you should either. I don't think you need the Team Diamonds to win.
Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick. MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order.
For that reason, we're going to have 5 cards on offense, 5 cards on defense, and we're going to go ahead and get it started on the defensive side of the ball. Where my first player that I really like, we're going to go ahead and look at the safety position right here. Who I really like in this game is Ronnie Lott. And Ronnie Lott isn't the best physically statted. He isn't the best core ratings, but I'll explain why I like him. I like what you can do with this card. He's 6 foot, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 agility, 87 change direction with 90 zone coverage. So hits that base 90 zone coverage, fastest reaction time you can possibly get. Even if the zones aren't really zoning, that's the fastest you can get right now. And hopefully with some zone patches, eventually they'll make zone a little bit better. So hitting 90 zone will matter even more in the future. And this card is someone that can play in the box, good block shed. He has a big hitter trait on, yes, he has play ball and air aggressive, but really my major selling point on Ronnie Lott is a potential ability setup. And for me, it's not an X factor thing. I don't really like the X factors that you got to complete end game objectives to get. But for me, big things you can run on him, potentially mid zone knockout, whether it's an outside corner or top safety. I feel like that is the best knockout, the best zone knockout in the game. You can go a pick artist player, but really the film study is the most interesting thing because obviously people that play this game, they're calling motion posts and Detroit Lions playbook over and over again. And a lot of times it's hard to defend because some people will slant the guy that's on like the auto motion play. They'll mix up a few things here and there, but they're calling the same play. Being able to see that, if you can adjust your defense very well, this is a really good ability because at the same time as well with defense in this game, you basically got to call the perfect defense for the play. Like there's not many defensive plays that defend multiple things, if that makes sense. So I think this can be great. And that's why Ronnie Lott is making the list for me today. Now, after that, we are going to keep it in the secondary. We are going to go ahead and go to the corner spot right here where the one person that I really think is just worth his price at this point is going to be Redux Deion Sanders. Now, this is a card that is still 500K, and I actually like this card as a top safety the best. He still can play outside corner, but he does have a little bit lower press. But again, for me, the major selling point on this card isn't necessarily his core ratings. He's 6 foot, 92 speed, 93 excel, 90 agility, 94 change direction. Like that's all pretty good. Hits 90 play rec. You can get the zone up to 90 pretty easily. He base hits 90 man coverage. And this time for traits, no big hitter, but he does have the play ball and air aggressive, which helps his break on ball a little bit. But the main reason you would run Deion Sanders is his X factors. And the two that are really good, either pick artist for 0 AP or universal for 1. And universal is every zone knockout in the game, every man knockout, 1 step ahead. This can be a little bit annoying to deal with, especially if you want to mix in a little bit of man coverage. Like this can get a little sticky with that. And also just pick artist being 0 AP, you can't beat something that's on and off for 0 AP that actually makes a difference. So Deion Sanders, I still think this is an S tier corner in the game, and I think he's on the level of the Team Diamonds with 1 AP pick artist, their value. So I'm all aboard Deion for 500K. Now Deion's going to be our only corner we cover. I do want to give like an honorable mention to Sauce Gardner. I really do like that card. Tariq Woolen, I mean, same thing, but we're going to move on to middle linebacker right here, where the one that I really think is great is Fred Warner. And this card is right around a middle, so he is pretty expensive, but I think this is still probably the best middle linebacker in the game. He's 6'3", 91 speed, 90 excel, 91 change direction, like great balance of physical stats. He has great play rec. He also hits base 90 zone coverage, and on top of that, doesn't have the big hitter, but does have play ball and air aggressive, which this is a pretty rare trait for linebackers. Like most linebackers in the game do not have play ball and air aggressive. And also Fred Warner is someone, if you did want to run abilities on him, he can get the lurk artist for 1 AP or potential knockout player as well if you did want that. But yeah, lurk artist for 1 AP on him. I love this Fred Warner card. And we look at the middle linebacker position. I like him more than Brian Urlacher. I like him more than Terrell Bernard. Hell, I'll even take him over Paul Pozlowski, the 95. I would. So for me, Fred Warner is still middle linebacker 1. Now our last 2 pieces on defense are both going to be defensive ends because of what they can potentially do for you. And the first one's going to be JJ Watt, aka Milkman. Now I am very high on these 2 cards because of their X Factor abilities, of course. And honestly, I don't hate the take, okay? If you guys don't want to run pick artists, you don't want to run zone knockouts, why not run D-line X Factors, or why not run D-line abilities? Like, I am totally walking with you. I run these two cards and they are very important pieces to the defense because I know I can get instant pressure for 4 plays off and on. And that's really what you need to get some stops in this game, even if it is a little fluky. But JJ Watt, let me explain why I like this card. So he's 6'5", 288, 89 speed, 93 acceleration. Excel is really important on the D line, 88 agility. He has 92 power moves, which is great. The finesse moves are a little bit lower, but great block check, great impact blocking. And for traits, he has every trait you would want on yes. So that's pretty nice. He will use his finesse move rating, which it isn't the end of the world, because this is a card that can go ahead and get the unstoppable force ability for 3 AP. And also on top of that too, this is another 0 AP X Factor player. If you aren't on the D-line ability train, he's a 0 AP lurk artist defensive lineman, which why is this valuable? One really annoying way to get stops is play this card to DT, put the lurk artist on him, and D-line pick galore. Like, I have seen this card get so many D-line pick sixes with this AKA lurk artist ability activated, especially if you're in a defense like 3-4 odd. But that's a very annoying thing, but it works. You get D-line picks in this game, a lot of throw out of sacks, but unstoppable force as well on top of that. On for what's called 5 plays, off for 4. You can potentially get an insta shed 5 plays. Why not give it a chance? Pick artist still drops interceptions. It's kind of annoying. Zone knockouts aren't as crazy as last year. I think running the D-line X Factors like this is not a problem. And building on top of JJ Watt, this is what I'm doing right now. I have JJ Watt at 1 DT. I have Reggie White as the other, and this is going to be our final piece on defense that I'm really recommending. And you can go the Redux version, by the way, too. He's a lot cheaper, 183k. But this card, 6'5", 291, 85 speed, 91 excel, 90 finesse moves, 90 power moves, 90 block shed, 87 impact blocking, and for traits has basically everything you would want on yes besides strip ball. But again, the biggest thing for Reggie White, why I'm using the card, unstoppable force for 3 AP. Literally, just want to echo what I said about JJ Watt. That's why I'm using the card. Also, he does get the Blitz X Factor as well, which I have unstoppable force on Reggie White and Milkman. And then my third D lineman is Mark Gastineau with Blitz to just make sure the linemen build up no resistance so we can get consistent sheds. I am all aboard the D-line ability train because pick artist drops interception. Also, zone knockouts are not crazy. So I like the D-line abilities the best. And that's why I wanted to cover Reggie White and also JJ Watt. Now, with that being said, we are now going to take our focus to the offense side of the ball. My 5 must-have offensive cards. And we're going to go to the tight end position right here where we have some options. I like George Kittle. He's a million coins. The tight end that I like the most that I think is just so worth his price, Evan Engram. This is a receiving tight end, by the way, too. This is play style. If you run the ball a lot, this is not your tight end, but as an all-out receiver, this dude's player model is crazy. He runs, in my opinion, the best routes because of his player model. 90 speed, 91 acceleration, 90 short running, 87 medium, 88 deep. And this time, again, not a run blocker, but really this card, he's not the fastest tight end in the game anymore. He's not, but it's really this right here. Player model makes such a difference on tight ends, especially running routes. Once they get over that 245, they start to run routes a little bit different. And again, Evan Engram is literally like a wide receiver at tight end. So if you're throwing the ball a ton and you're not really relying on your tight end to block, I think Evan Engram is the best tight end in the game, excluding, of course, team diamonds. Now, we are going to go ahead and go to the receiver position where, again, this is loaded with team diamonds. Like, again, Deshaun Jackson, easy to say he's must have. But besides Deshaun Jackson, who do we like? Well, Isaac Bruce, I'm kind of associating him on team diamond level because he's 2 million coins. Again, like, it's just, I'm not paying that. And I think Garrett Wilson is the best wide receiver in the game given his price. And he's 800k, which is still a lot. Like, that is still a lot of coins, but he's essentially like a team diamond almost. And he's 6 foot, 192, 93 speed, has 93 acceleration with 90 short running, 90 deep route running, 88 medium, and 89 beat press. This time for Garrett Wilson's abilities, if you are curious, he can potentially get the slot apprentice, can get like the deep out, deep in, mid out, short in, all that stuff, slot-o-matic as well. No route tech on this card, but you don't really need it. You don't really need abilities on receivers, but I think Garrett Wilson is the best, not that expensive receiver in the game. Does that make sense? I hope it does. That's why Garrett Wilson is here. And we are going to have another receiver as well that I just really like. I'm going to have 92 Puka on the list as well. And Puka is 6'1", so has really decent height, 92 speed, 93 acceleration, has 90 short running, 90 medium, 90 deep. So hits all the route running thresholds. And this time for Puka's abilities on this card, he's someone that, again, very similar stuff like the slot apprentice, mid out, mid in, short out, deep out, you name it. He also can get the Slot-O-Matic as well, like Garrett Wilson. So yeah, I just like Puka from a core rating standpoint. I just think those cards are really valuable when we look at the entire receiver position. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the running back right here. I want to give an honorable mention to fullback Keith Byers, but I do think this card's better, and that is going to go ahead and be 1 second right here. We're going to go to page number 2, Redux Ickey Woods. And Ickey Woods right here, he is 6'2", 231. I like the big running backs, kind of like what I was saying about Keith Byers, right? But Ickey has 92 speed, 92 acceleration, has 86 short running, 80 medium with 84 catching. So this is like a really great receiving back. Like that is, and really my major selling point on Ickey Woods over Keith Byers is, again, an X factor. I love the 0 AP tank because so many people are going to try to hit stick, and this dude is just going to bounce off those tackles. So yeah, you can also be on a conservative with tank, and again, it just works so well. And now we are going to go ahead and round out the list right here with a quarterback, and the best affordable quarterback that, again, isn't a team diamond in my opinion. Not Kyler Murray, not my guy Tua, sadly. Joe Montana I thought about with the Master Tactician. Again, I think I really underrated him in the quarterback video. If I were to go ahead and redo that, he would be a tier higher. But anyway, the quarterback I want to say is Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, 6'4", 244, 91 speed, 90 acceleration with great throw power, great throw accuracies, hits all the thresholds. But big thing on him is getting this Josh Allen release. This is one of the best releases in the game, and he has that edge even over the team diamond cards. Like some people will like Anthony Richardson over the team diamonds. It really depends how much you're valuing abilities. Yeah, Anthony Richardson, on top of that, he is a quarterback that what I would run is potentially gunslinger plus an apprentice, like slot apprentice, running back apprentice, tight end apprentice, you name it, or gunslinger and gift wraps. But yeah, Anthony Richardson, if we were going to go ahead and just throw discounted abilities out the game, I think this is the best quarterback in the game because of his speed, because of his release. But I think Vince Young and also Eli Manning are better than him because of their discounts. But yeah, boys, those are my 10 must-have players in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Again, I excluded Team Diamonds because I just thought it was going to be dumb to cover 1095 Team Diamonds. So hope you guys did enjoy this video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 25 Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, again, if you guys want to see me use some of these cards live on stream, have been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.